click it.
Open.
Or right click it.
There we go. Good morning, class. I did mine on the automotive tire tread. Did you know in 1888, the first automotive tire was a solid rubber and had little to no tread for traction, which meant you felt every little bump. The tread is the part of the tire that is in direct contact with the road. It's made out of rubber, thick rubber. Can you imagine tires being anything other than black? The early tires were white tires that were treated with zinc oxide, which made the tires bright white. Later on, a few years later, the tires were treated with carbon black that gives its black color today. The history of the automotive tire tread industry began with John Boyd Dunlop. John was really trying to make a good bike tire that absorbed shock. John's invention was a major hit, which later they mixed chemicals, rubber, and steel belts to support the form of the tire, making the tread last longer and absorb shock. In 1947, the pneumatic tire was a tubeless tire that used air pressure to maintain its structure between 32 and 35 psi, which is pounds per square inch. A short while later, in 1949, the first radial tire was manufactured with rubber compounds, allowing the tire to become more flexible in the cold temperatures, optimizing wet and winter traction in the snow, dirt, mud, while preserving the tread life. The radial tire and the bias tire have steel belt cords that run at an angle of the tread. The bias ply tire is mostly a trailer tire, but in the early stages of the tire, they play important roles in the emissions, which means combustion, fumes that come out of the vehicle's engine while driving. Also, the fuel consumption, the amount of fuel that's used when traveling. The tire pressure warning light, which is located on the instrument cluster, your dashboard. When you're having a low tire pressure, this light will kick on and it will tell you which tire it is. Kind of cool, huh? The most important thing that I wanted to share with you today is that the tire pressure, your tread depth, your overall tire wear, make sure your spare is in good shape, your alignment is good, your tires are clean inside, your rim is free of mud and ice, you rotate your tires, are all important maintenance to make sure that you get from point A to point B. If you ever wondered about the airless tires that were originally introduced in 2012, they are a web-like support structure that mounted on a rim without air. They were a solid rubber. They are commonly used on slow-moving vehicles, like a skid steer farm equipment. But the electric car is known to have them on because of the lower roll resistance, which means to improve fuel economy as it travels down the road. And did you know that there was actually a summer tire and a winter tire? Like on this one here, like right here on your tire will say N+N, that's like a modern snow tire. And here is your tire size, your rim size. The P stands for a passenger. And here's your cords that run your tire tread. These are plies. Now, a little tool on the side is just like taking a penny if you want to check your tread depth. It's usually color coded from green, or from red to green. And like right in your tire, there's like a wear bar. If you get to your wear bar, you always want to make sure you get new tires beforehand. Okay, thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer the best I can.